Greetings and welcome to Together We Can Thursday. Well, we're on step 2 of our goal setting mini series, and I'm really excited to move into this next step. Remember, we have a total of 7 steps, and we're only on step 2. So if you're just joining us, feel free to reflect back on last week, and for any of our previous videos, feel free to look back. Remember, we always want to hear from you, so share your ideas, suggestions, and we'll be sure to address those in future videos. But today we're working on step 2 of goal setting. Now, if you remember last week, you were to make a list. That was to be an all-inclusive list of everything that you've wanted to do, all of those ideas, all of those deep passions, everything. This list was to bar nothing. You wanted it to be complete, all-inclusive. We would do filtering, and we're going to start that filtering process today. But again, that list is to be all-inclusive. So now we're ready for step 2. I like to call step 2 review, reflect, select. We're going to review your list. We're going to reflect on that list, start that filtering process, and then we're going to select. So first thing, review your list. Make sure that you have everything on that list. You remember last week I told you that you don't want to leave anything off of your list. Sometimes we deal with past mistakes and we let those mistakes hold us back. We've all made mistakes. We've all fallen short. Now is not the time to let that hold you back. We're going to start new. We're going to step out on a new foot and we're going to move forward. So look at that list. Is there anything that maybe you still need to add? What about that book that you've always wanted to write? What about that closet that you always wanted to clean? Yeah, that one. What about what about that community service project that you've wanted to organize? What about that exercise plan that you've wanted to really start in your life? Whatever it is, make sure that it's on that list. So we're going to review that list. Make sure we do that. The next step is to reflect. Now, this is where some real work comes in. We're going to reflect on our list. For me, the best way to do that is to take my list and to put it into categories. Now, some people put it into impact categories. How will this impact my life, my career, where I want to go? Some people will take that list and break it into time slots. For me, time categories just seem to work better. I suggest to you time slots. Short term, medium term, long term goals. Maybe your short term goals, 6 months to a year. Medium goals, maybe 1 to 2 years. And then your long term goals, 2 to 5 years. I caution you to possibly step back from anything that's going to be longer than your long term goals, because we want to make sure we get some successes under our belt, because this goal setting process is a continuous process. We're going to set goals, we're going to attain our goals, and then we're going to set new goals, and we're going to build on our successes. So again, review that list. Make sure everything is on there. It's your list, so there are no mistakes. Everything's open, so include it all on that list. Then let's reflect. Take each one of those items and put them in the category, in the appropriate category. Can I achieve this goal? Not talking about resources yet, but can I achieve this goal in 6 months to a year? If I really work at it, if I set my plan, if I stay on task, even if I fall a little bit, if I stay on task, can I achieve this goal in 6 months to a year? My medium goals, a year to 2 years, 2.5 years. Can I get this done realistically? Because we want to be realistic about our goals. We never want to set ourselves up for failure. We want to really be honest with ourselves and our goal in terms of whether or not we can achieve that in the time frame. And then the last section are long-term goals. Of course, those take more time. We want to ensure that we have the proper resources. We may have to do some research in order to get those goals in line so that we can achieve them. After we've done the reflection process, now the fun. We get to select. I would encourage you to select no more than 3 goals at a time. I think it's fun to select a short, a medium, and a long-term goal just to kind of keep it going. Your short-term goals help you to achieve that success in a relatively short period of time. Your medium goals give you that strength, that endurance. You're continuing to work towards that medium goal, even as you reach your short-term goals and build up your confidence and your successes. And those two categories really help you work towards those long-term goals. Just think how good you're going to feel as you continue to move, review, reflect, and select your goals and move forward in your success. So, over this next week, look at that list, that all inclusive list, review, reflect, put them in the categories, and then select your 3 goals. Next week, we'll move on to step 3 of our goal setting mini series. I'm so excited and so grateful to have this opportunity to work with you in goal settings. Remember, leave comments, ideas, suggestions, questions, anything at all, and I'll do my best to address them as we move forward. Remember, together we can.